I was reading Acts 19 one morning when verses 25 through 29 stopped me. Demetrius, a craftsman who made idols, started a riot because Paul's message threatened his business. At first, I judged him. How could someone cling so tightly to something that's clearly not God? But then I realized I'd been doing the same thing. Not in public, but privately, protecting my own idols of comfort and routine. I told myself gaming was harmless, even helpful, but the truth is, it wasn't bringing me peace. It was draining it. And the more I tried to hold on, the more chaos I felt. Around that time, I was gaming less and less, but still trying to force myself to play. When I couldn't, I'd think, fine, I'll just watch someone else play on Twitch. But the more I pushed, the emptier I felt. I remember playing Assassin's Creed Odyssey. The first few days were exciting. New world, new story. But by the end of the week, it felt like a chore. The map overwhelmed me. The characters didn't click. And I realized I wasn't getting anything fruitful from it. Not joy, not rest, not peace. Still, I convinced myself that's just Ubisoft. The next game will hit. So I kept buying more, hoping for the same rush I used to feel. After years of repeating that cycle, I finally had to ask myself, am I an addict looking for a fix? The soft truth was, I wasn't chasing entertainment. I was chasing a feeling that used to make me feel alive. And God started whispering, no game will make you feel alive like I can. That's when Acts 19 came back to me. Demetrius didn't hate the truth. He just hated losing control. And I realized that was me. Every time God asked me to look closer, I'd blame the game instead of the habit. I'd tell myself, it's not gaming, it's just this one title. But no matter what I played, the pattern stayed the same. Research, grind, repeat. While life quietly waited. I wasn't carving silver idols like Demetrius, but I was definitely protecting mine. I'd built an altar out of screens and pixels, and it was costing me more than time. It was costing me peace. After every little trial I put myself through, staying up late to play, waking up early to squeeze in a session, convincing myself I just needed one good game, the result was always the same. God was right. There was no peace in it. No real comfort. Eventually, I said, okay, Lord, I'll try it your way. And when I did, I found a piece of what I'd been searching for all along. That small taste of peace made me want more. And before I knew it, I wasn't gaming much at all anymore. I started replacing gaming with creating videos, reflections, even stillness. And in that space, clarity came back. What I'd been calling fun was actually fatigue. What I thought was rest was really avoidance. When I stopped chasing the next high, I found something better. Peace. God wasn't punishing me. He was purifying me. He didn't take my joy, he traded it for purpose. The energy I used to spend on virtual missions now goes toward real ones, my kids, my marriage, my calling. These days, when I feel that pull to escape, I pause and ask, will this recharge me or just drain me? Because not everything that feels like rest actually restores us. I learned that the hard way, not only through gaming, but through my diet too. I used to think the way I was eating was fueling me, but after changing my diet completely, I realized how wrong I was. My old habits weren't giving me energy. They were taking it away. For so long, I thought peace came from protecting what was familiar, the food I liked, the routines I loved, the distractions I defended. But I've learned that real peace comes when we slow down long enough to listen instead of defend. God's been reshaping more than how I play. He's been changing how I eat, how I rest, how I think, teaching me to stay open, patient, and willing. Because sometimes the peace we've been chasing for years is waiting on the other side of surrender. God's purpose is something we can't live without. And when we align ourselves with it, peace stops being something we chase. It becomes who we are. So maybe the next time we reach for our old comforts, we can stop and ask together, is this helping us show up for the life God's trusted us with? Because when we choose peace over escape, that's where we finally find Him. Steady, waiting, and enough. Thank you all for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Peace and one love.